All right, thanks for joining us on today's episode of Techbridge on Lagos Television. And this is the show that connects you to the future, the only show that we talk about. And when we talk about the future is just right here because technology is the future we talk about. So this show is all about connecting you to that future appropriately. I'm Shoyi Fumiola today, and I welcome you to today's episode of Techbridge. So today we'll be talking about something that, let's call it sharing knowledge, let's call it empowering you, let's call it giving you the tools that you need to make your business, your life, your organization, whatever you want to do, more effective and eventually have more mileage. We're talking about our free forms today. So you want to know what the free forms are all about? Let's go for this quick break. I'll join you after then. Please stay with us. So thanks for staying with Techbridge on Lagos Television. Before that break, I told you that we'll be talking about our free forms today. And when we talk about forms, really, it's talking about that particular document that you can use to get responses or get data, elicit responses from people. So for instance, I paint this scenario that you want to organize a training and you need people to register online. Or you need people to register, and the purpose of that is simply because you really want to prepare appropriately for the number of people you're expecting in terms of logistics and the rest of it. So instead of you telling them to send a text message or carry paper, blue, black and ink paper to them to fill with pen and pencil or the rest of it, hey, there is a faster way you can do this and a more effective way at that. So we're looking at all the platforms that we can use today, and I will just pick one of them. When you talk about free forms, there are lots of tools you can use to create that. We have a 1, 2, 3 form builder. You also have a type form, and you also have Cognito forms, and the list can go endless. All these ones that I've mentioned are just free for you to use. But there's this particular one that I'm going to mention, and of course, that is what we are going to use, and that is Google Forms. Most people don't know that once you have a Gmail account, you have access to virtually all the apps that Google offer. Talk about your YouTube channel. The other day, somebody was asking me to help him set up a YouTube channel. And the first question I asked was that, do you have a Gmail account? The person said yes. So I told him that, then you have a YouTube channel automatically. So he thought I was just playing around. So I opened the place for him. So peradventure you don't know, once you have your Gmail account, you have your Google Drive, you have your Google Forms, you have your Google Docs, you have your spreadsheet, you have access to a YouTube channel, and of course your email, and a whole lot of them. You have your Google Photo as well. So we are picking just one of those apps that you can get on Google. So Google Forms, this is how it goes. So if you want to access Google Forms, there are two ways about it. It's either you sign into your Google Form, to your Google account rather, through your Gmail, and when you sign in, you go to the top right corner here, and you see all the apps that you have. You can see your account, search, maps, YouTube, Play, that's your Google Play, of course, news, contacts, and the rest of it. You have all the apps there. So if you can't go through that one, then you come to your search place, your URL, then you search with Google Forms. Let's see. Then you search. So it brings up all the things that you need, all the search results, that you pick the one that you think can go for you. So I'm picking this one, Google Forms. And let me tell you this. When you talk about Google Forms, you can use it for getting the list of participants for a training. That is number one. Then number two, you can also use it for a quiz, an online quiz. You can also use it to sample people's opinion about survey. You could just cook up any question, and you have all your responses. So let's see how it goes. So when you get to Google Forms, like you can see on your screen right now, you have a lot of templates that you can use. But let's see, you have your contact info, RSVP. RSVP, of course, is probably when you are organizing a party. I'm going to organize a birthday party soon, and I'm going to invite you over. Probably that is what I'm going to use as a template today. So let's go. Then you also have other ones, a lot of forms that you can pick there. So I'm going to navigate you through and build it to the point of giving it to people to fill up and getting the answers that you need. So let's go right away. So I pick blank right here, and it loads. Okay, this is what you have. So let me quickly explain all the tools that you have here. Eventually it is easy to understand. We just point your mouse at it, and also remember that you can use this app. I call it an app. It's a Google app. You can use it also on your phone. You don't necessarily need to have your laptop in place. You can use it on your phone. So that means you can create your form on the go. Get what you want, monitor it, analyze it, and get all that you need just at your fingertips. So let's see. So at this place you have this. This is for adding questions. If you want to add more questions, from the very first opening, you are going to have just a space for a question. So if you want to add more questions, that is the tab you're going to use. And of course, this one is if you want to import questions, probably you have built a form before now, and you need to import those questions to this particular form that you are creating. Just import it. It takes you to the place. And of course, this is for adding title and description. Just typing text tool, if that is clear enough. Then this one is to add image. You can add a logo, you can add a picture that explains what you're trying to get with the form. And of course, this one, you can add a video as well. So you can also make it sectionalized. You can make people go from section A to section B to section C. We'll see how all of that goes. I just hope the time is there for us to do it. Then at this place, you have options of how you want your questions to look like. You have the option of making it a multiple choice question or making it a short answer, or by paragraph. Probably you are explaining, you want people to explain something, or you want them to have a checkbox, drop down, file upload, and the list is just on and on in there. So depending on what exactly you want to do. So I think I've explained that. Let me just go straight to it. So you look at this, you see the place for questions and you see the place for responses. So let's see how you can create one. The very first thing you need to do is to make sure that your form has a title. So let me call this one. I told you I'm going to organize a birthday bash, so I'm going to invite you through this form. Just saying, my birthday is not here yet. So let me call this form my birthday. Okay, birthday. Then you need to have a description, because by the time you send this form to someone, they might be wondering, what is it all about? So I want to make it, this is a subtle invitation. This is an invitation to my next, let's see, next birthday party. Okay, invitation. So that gives the description. So you want to have the very first question. Of course, when I want to invite you for my birthday, what do I need from you? I want to know your name. And probably I want to ask if you care for red wine. And of course, I also want to ask if you need hotel reservation, because it's going to be like 2 days. So I don't want you to get stranded or looking for where to sleep. So those are the 3 questions I'll be asking you. So let's see. So my very first question, of course, I need to know your name. So you double tap where the untitled question inscription is. Then you put your name. So I need you to tell me your surname first, so that it's easier for me to put everything in place. So your surname first. Then how do I want your answer to be? Of course, this is supposed to be like 2 words. Just your first name, your surname, then first name. So I need it to be a short answer. And of course, this is so intuitive that most of the time it can help you select the kind of answer you want it to be. So you can see that it's automatically changed to short answer. So this is it. Now I need to add some other questions. I wanted to ask if you demand or if you request for hotel reservation. So how do I add more questions? So I go to this place, add question, then I tap it. The next place is loading. So let me ask you, would you need hotel reservation? Oh my, hotel reservation. So you see that it is so intuitive as well. It's changed this to multiple choice for me. And option 1, yes, either yes or no. You can't be maybe. And then option 2, no. So that's done. So what should I ask you one more time? So I need to ask you if you care for red wine, because I'm going to serve red wine and which other one? Bottled water. Don't ask me for the third one. So let's see. My next question is coming this way. Would you care for red wine? That would be my next question. Would you want to be served red wine? So of course it's going to be yes or no as well. So you double tap this place, yes. And so I forgot to mention earlier that you can add options like up to 4, 5, 6. All you need to do is just tap at this place of add option. Then you have this no already in place. So now that is done, there is one more thing I need to show you. At the bottom of that form, there is this place called required. So eventually, if there are some questions you want people to answer mandatorily, you need to activate this button required. So in this scenario, I'm inviting you for a birthday party, and all the questions I've asked here are really important to me. So I need to mark each of them required. So you tap it. This question is required. The next question too is required. And of course, your name is also required. So I tap all those three. Voila. So I've created my first forms. And if you really want to see how it looks, you go to this place, preview, then you tap it. This is how the form looks. So it goes down, your name first, and will you want to be served wine, then how people will submit. So that is how it's going to be. Then when you're done with that, I take you back to this place that you're going to see the responses. So I'm going to do a little practical to that. And I'm going to invite like 3 people to my birthday party, and we're going to see how the response is going to look like and how it's going to analyze it. It's very interesting. So just give me a few minutes. I'll be back with you. It's still Techbridge on Lagos Television. Please stay with me. Alright, so thanks for staying with us on Techbridge on Lagos Television. I told you I'm going to show you how you can send this form, the link to this form, to the people that could actually fill it out. So I'm going to send to 2 people here. I'm going to invite like 2 people first. I'm not going to invite everybody really. It's strictly by invitation. So let's see. I'm going to show you how. So at the top of the page, you are going to see this place, send. You've created your forms. The question can be more than that. So you've created your forms and you click send. Now you can send via email. You can also send via WhatsApp, via your website, or via your Facebook. The list can go on and on. You can actually copy the link and paste it to wherever you want it to go to. Then people can just click on it and fill out the form. So I'm going to send via email and I'm going to send to WhatsApp. So let's see. Let me send to email first. Who should I send to? I'm sending the first one to jptundeoni@gmail.com. And it's going to have a message. If you want this message to be like that, you can leave it. If you want to adjust it, it's also adjustable. I can say that, please fill this invitation form to my next birthday party. Okay. Let me put something cordial there, like dear friend, please fill this. So I'm going to send this, and before then I'm going to copy the link from this place. Let's see how I'm going to copy the link. So this is the link. You can make it shortened URL. So this is the short one. So I'm going to copy this. Then I go back to Gmail and I send the Gmail. So here I send. Then I also go to my WhatsApp page and send to Basit. Yeah. So I'm going to copy and paste that same URL to Basit, and I'm sending like right now. Okay. So I've sent it. So let's see how the response is going to look like. Hope they get it in time. All right. So I've sent it out to 2 people and the responses are here. As you can see, I'm seeing like 3 responses. Okay, let's see how it goes. Where are the responses? Okay, I'm seeing like the summary here and like 3 people. So in fact, see the analysis, that is where I'm actually going. Let me see for individual. Yep. The first one came from Mohammed Abdulbasit, and he says he's going to need a hotel reservation. Like seriously? But he doesn't want red wine. Oh, okay. I'll just go. So the second person is, let's see. Oni today. Yeah, JP. You said you need hotel reservation. Oh, you don't need hotel reservation? Okay, that's good. But you want red wine. Oh, you'll surely have it. So that is how interesting it can be. Then who is the third person here? Okay, Mohammed Abdulbasit filled it twice. That's good. So that is how it can be. Then if you come back to the summary, this is where it actually becomes interesting. You can have the analysis of who picks what. So in this place, I have like 3 responses and all of them fill their names. And like 66.7% says that they want hotel reservation. That means that if I have like 200 people that I'm inviting, and I can have this analysis and work with it and plan with it. And the third one is talking about the fact that will they need any red wine? And out of the 3 people I got, only 33.3% said that they will actually need red wine. So you see that this helps me plan better. So if probably I want to add that, will you need a plate of rice or what? Banana? You fill the gaps, okay? So it can go on and on like that. That is the first part you can pick. Then you can also use it for something like quiz. You can ask questions. Probably you need to fill out a form in your local department, in your school, for your students. This becomes handy. Let's see how it goes. I'm going to still use the same set of people really because they are just close by here. So let me go create another form. Okay, so let's go to questions, and I need to go create a new form. So this is where it goes. So I go back to that place, then I start a blank form. So I want to call this, should I call it quick current affairs or quick, what should we call it? Let me call it quick current affairs. By now you know how to title your form. So the title of my form is, let's call it quick current affairs. Now there is something I'm going to show you in this one. So let me quickly just fill up the questions and the cheap ones. The first one should be probably, who's the governor of Lagos State, right? Okay. Who is the governor? Okay. I'm supposed to have like 3 options for this, and let me show you how to generate that. So option 1, we can have a, let's say Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and it can be Bola Tinubu. So I want to add another option. What should I add again? Let's call Rotimi Amechi. Oh, let's do this. Babajide Sanwo-Olu, and I want to add the last option, and let me call it Rotimi Amechi. Now, this is where it becomes interesting. I've asked one simple question, and you want this same form to grade the people you are going to ask these questions from. There is a possibility for that. So you need to make sure that you indicate the right question on the form. So how do you do that? So you come down to the bottom of the page. Of course, you're going to make it a required question. And of course, it's a multiple choice question. Okay, let me add another question, making like 2 questions now. So I go to the next one. I add the second question, and let's see. So which question should I ask again about current affairs? How many states do we have in Nigeria? Okay, let's go there. How many states do we have in Nigeria? Okay, so my first question, my first option should be starting from, let's say, we have how many? Don't let me tell you. So start from 34, the second one, 35, the third one, 36. Okay, so you are supposed to pick one of them, and of course this question is required. Now there is somewhere I need to show you before you complete this form. At the top right corner of that same page where you are creating the form, there is a place called settings there. So you go there, then you need to have all of this. These are the options you can have. The first one is for general. So it means that you can use this to collect emails, because people are going to sign in to their Gmail account before they can answer any question here or fill this form. Then the presentation manner, of course, you can make them see the progress bar of how the question is going. Probably you've had like 20 questions. I need the students to see how the progress is. You can tick that, or shuffle the question order, or show link to submit another response. Then the quizzes, this is where I'm really going. So I'm going to make this a quiz. Because I want to make it a quiz, I want to make sure that I have the correct answers picked ahead. So I'm going to activate this button. And it means it's going to activate some other parts of it, which is saying that do I want the grade to be released immediately after submission? Well, let me see. Let me leave it like that. Then do I want respondents to see the missed questions, the correct answers, and point values? Okay, let me be a bit stingy about this. I don't want them to see the correct answers. Okay, then I'm going to save it. So there I go. Now this is where I'm going to. Look at this page. You are back at your form, at your quiz rather. And for the very first question, I need to indicate which one is the correct answer so that it automatically grades the student for me. So I'm going to pick this answer key. So I pick this answer key and it's going to ask me which one is the correct answer. So who is the governor of Lagos State? That is Babajide Sanwo-Olu. I've picked that and that is done. Then for the second question, how many states do we have in Nigeria? The last time I checked, it's 36. So I'm going to pick that. I'm going to pick answer key and pick my right answer. Is done. So now I can share this question with the people I want now. So let me share it same way. Send, where is the link? I'm going to send to, let me change the message. I'll say, dear student, kindly answer the what? Answer my answer the quiz here. Thank you. All right. So the first person I'm going to send it to jptundeoni@gmail.com. Then of course I need to copy this link and share with another person. Make a short URL. So I'm sending this right away via Gmail. Then I'm going to my WhatsApp to send to another person, to, of course, to Basit. He's one of my students, really. JP is also one of my students. So, so let's see how they are going to get this, if they're going to get it right or wrong. So I'm waiting for their responses and I'm waiting right here. So this is my page, it's blank and I'm waiting for their responses. You're going to see what is going to happen to this page immediately they answer the questions. So let's keep watching. So I had 2 questions sent and I had 2 people responding. And it's like, I think it's a good performance here from what I can see. So let's see who did what. I go to individual tab. So the first one came from who? Well, I didn't put name there anyway. That is because it's simply survey, quiz, kinda. So the first person got it, Babajide Sanwo-Olu. You can see this place that is actually marking it right. So, and if it's wrong, it's going to mark it wrong for the person. But obviously both of them are really intelligent. They can get, nobody wants to miss that. So that is how it can be. For the second person, it's also the same thing. That is JP Tundeoni. Yeah, he got it right. So that is how you can create quiz with this form. So that means that you can use this to generate like 10 questions. And then once you are done with that, you copy the link, you can create a WhatsApp group and send it to them. Or just put it on your Facebook page. You want people to respond to a particular situation. You want them to share their opinion about something. You just create this form, put it on a public space or on a platform that you want the exact people to respond to it, and you begin to get your answers. So that is Google Forms for you, free forms online. So share your thoughts and start leveraging on technology. I go for this quick break. It's still Techbridge on Lagos Television. Please stay with us. It's still Techbridge on Lagos Television, and we've been talking about free forms, how to create free forms, and we picked Google Forms as one major platform that you can use. Remember I told you that there are other platforms you can use. Just type it on Google URL and you're going to see a lot of options you can use there, but I just picked this Google Form because it comes with your Gmail. Once you sign up on your Gmail account, you have all this where you are. So thanks for joining us on today's episode of Techbridge. Remember that you can connect with us on our various social media platforms. On Facebook, we are Techbridge LTV. And of course, on YouTube, we are Techbridge LTV as well. Remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel so that you can watch this episode and all other previous episodes again and again. So many thanks for staying with us today. I'm Shoyifumi today. Hope to connect with you on the next episode. Continue to leverage on technology, keep innovating, and keep achieving more. Bye for now.